Okay. So make yourselves comfortable. Sit back in your chair to begin. And we're going to start with a mudra or a hand gesture called auspicious mudra, which is simply palm over palm at the center of the chest. All right, so just palm to palm, center of chest. Close your eyes, relax in your seat. Try not to collapse through your chest. You don't have to sit like a ramrod pole, but don't collapse too far down. I want you to be able to feel some expansion through the front of the chest. Begin to notice your breath and feel the expansion of your chest into your palms as you breathe. Feel the rise of the front rib cage, the breastbone, and the gentle fall down in depression as you exhale. Just notice, connect with yourself, the rhythm of your breath, palm to palm, over the center of your chest. So you're resting the palms flat against your heart. Notice the beating of your heart. The expansion of your breath. And maybe even take a moment for a little bit of gratitude for the fact that you have a body that is working, that you're here, that you are able to be here, present for this class. Those in and of themselves are reasons for gratitude. Take another breath. And then release your hands to your lap. And go ahead and open your eyes. I'm going to take a full body stretch. So stretch your legs out in front of you. You might even scoot your hips forward a little bit and then reach your arms back behind you. Try to stretch out as long as you can. Really push through the fingers, push through the heels, lengthen your body. And then release that, come up to sit tall. Start to swirl your body around over your hips. Your torso is going to be your stirrer, and your hips, your pelvis is your bowl. So stir it around. Think about moving your rib cage as you swirl around. So right ribs move to the right, ribs move to the back, over to the left and forward. So you're getting your whole spine involved as you stir this pot. Reverse directions. Try to be fluid, snaky in your movements. So not holding your spine still like a stick, but using it in a really wavy fashion. So my class today is a Thanksgiving themed class. So this is a movement to imagine stimulating your digestion. You can do this on Thursday before you eat. I wouldn't do it after you eat. And come back to center. Stretch your arms all the way up overhead. Nice full breath. And release your arms down. Hold on to your chair or rest your hands on your thighs. Tip your breastbone right up towards the ceiling. Maybe gaze up if it's comfortable for your neck. And then curl everything in. Belly button back towards spine, shoulders rounding, head dropping. Again, come all the way up, breastbone lifts, maybe the gaze lifts, shoulders draw back and down. And then scoop it in, flex the spine, you're curling inward, rounding forward. And then back up, sit tall. Right hand to the chair leg or the side of the chair, left hand behind your head. Take a tip over to the right. Keep your left sit bone grounded on your chair, and then reach up as much as you can from the elbow to the ceiling for a nice side bend. If you're super bendy, you might even think about reaching the the left elbow over to the right. That might be a little too deep. So straight up to the ceiling or over a little bit further. Deep side bend. Keep that left sit bone on the chair. Don't let your tush pick up. And then back through center. Left hand down, right hand behind your head for support. Bend over, elbow straight up to the ceiling. And again, if you have more room to go further, elbow over to the left. And come right back up to center. Both arms high, sweep them up, breathe in. And then take a twist to the right. So bring one hand outside the knee, the other hand to the back of the chair. Turn, looking directly to the right. And then maybe back past the right shoulder if you want to take the twist a little bit further. Come back to center, arms high, breathe in. Twist left, same thing, other side. Turn, keep turning if you like, or just look straight out to the left. And back to center. Breathing in, sweep your arms high. Breathe out, prayer to your heart. We're going to take a few rounds of a simple seated sun salute, Surya Namaskar. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward bend, hands to knees, bend forward. You can keep your head lifted or you can drop it down. You decide what's appropriate for you. Lift up about halfway. So you're coming into a little baby back bend. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest forward, but you're still leaning forward so that you're using the muscles along your spine to help lift up. And then forward bend once again. This time all the way up, sit tall, arms high, breathing in, hands to heart. So that's the pattern. We're going to repeat that several times. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, forward bend, hands to knees, bow down. Inhale, half lift. Lift your chest forward and up, shoulders roll back, elbows back, forward bend, drop it down. All the way up, sit tall, arms high, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, breathing in, sweep the arms up. Breathing out, forward bend, hands to your knees for support. Half lift, inhale, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, drop it back down. All the way up, arms high, reaching up, breathing in. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause here, take a breath. Soften your shoulders. Release your hands to your lap. Stretch your right leg out with your heel down and your toes up. Roll your ankle around. And roll it the other way. Switch sides. Stretch the foot. Roll it around. Reverse directions. And bring it back. Arms straight out from your shoulders into a T shape. Make gentle fists. Roll the wrists around. Make the movements as big as you can, just moving at the wrists. So your elbows stay straight. You're moving at the wrists in this big circles so that you get into the forearms, reverse directions. And let that go. Roll your shoulders back. Roll them forward. And then come up to stand. So I'm going to turn my chair for a better visual for you, but you don't need to do that. Just make sure that you can put your hands on the back of the chair seat, okay, for support. Step your left leg back about, I don't know, 2.5 feet, something like that. You decide the length. Bend through your front knee. So if you're leaning way forward or you're leaning back, try to have your shoulders over your hips, right? So you don't want to be leaning forward. Shoulders over hips. So if you need to adjust your stance, come closer to the chair, that's fine. Shoulders over hips, standing tall. This is warrior one in the legs. Your front knee is bent, your right knee, your back leg is straight. The feet are planted, both feet planted well on the ground. Just stay here, feel the grounding through your feet and the strength in your legs. Notice that you could think of the support in your feet as a tripod. So heels, pinky toes, and big toes, equally weighted through all 3 points in your feet, both feet. Now, bow forward over your front leg. So you're going to hold the chair for support and bow down. Again, you could keep your head higher than your heart, or you could drop way down. You decide. Some of you may not want to drop this low if you have high blood pressure, or if you have detached retina or glaucoma, any eye pressure issues, don't come so low. But if you can come low, do. Keep feeling your feet on the ground, especially that back foot. You really want to feel planted through the left foot, the outer blade of the left foot, the big toe mound, and your heel. Take another breath. Stay forward, either with your head up or your head down, and begin to straighten through the front leg. So now you're in a pose called pyramid pose. Pyramid pose, bending forward over the chair. It's a big stretch for the hamstrings and maybe for your spine. Keep connecting to the ground with your feet. Don't lose connection in the tripod of support. Heels, pinky toes, big toes. Pressing down for support. Keep your legs straight, press up, stand tall. Pivot your back heel up off the ground and bend your front knee. So now you're in high lunge. If you have space, you might want to step that foot back more and come deeper. That's up to you. Holding on for support. Breathe deeply. Keep pressing that back leg straight. So try not to be lazy with the back leg. Push it back. Extend so that you're stretching the front of that left hip. The left hip flexor area is being stretched, and your thigh is actively engaged. Now you have choices here. You can keep your left hand on the back of the chair and simply bend the elbow to bend forward. We're going to come into a twist. Or you could bring your hand to the seat of the chair. All right, so you can decide what works. You're going to twist to the right. Right hand to right hip. If you want, right hand to the ceiling. Left hand is on the chair somewhere for support. Keep breathing. Bring that right hand back to the back of the chair. Press yourself up. Step forward. Stand tall. And then pressing into your right foot, bend your left knee and reach the heel back behind you. stand tall. So you're working the hamstring muscles on the back of the left thigh. Choices here. You can stay here and just work on getting that knee at about 90 degrees. You could lean forward and start to press that leg back behind you further. So now you're working the hamstrings and the tush, the glute muscles. Lean forward, push back. Keep the chest lifted. So don't bend your elbows too much. Keep the arms straight, chest lifted. It's a little back bend. Keep pressing back. Then step forward, stand tall, and relax. Take a couple of breaths. Get ready for side two. So your left foot is now your front foot. Step back with your right foot, 2.5-ish, maybe 3 feet, something like that. Pressing that whole foot down, bending into the front knee. Stay here, concentrating on feeling your feet on the ground and the stability through your legs. This is a really great leg strengthening pose. Both legs are active. Again, heels, pinky toes, big toes. Feel all 3 points connected to the ground. Active through the legs. You may feel a stretch across the front of the right hip. You might feel this other places as well, down the calf muscle. Keep breathing. Dive forward. Devotional warrior. Bow down over that front leg. And again, keep your head lifted or drop down further. It's up to you. Stay connected through your feet. The back foot especially is working hard to stay grounded, so you're really pressing back. That also will help you with your balance. Even though you have your hands on the chair to help you with balance, you really want to think about using your legs. Keep breathing. Now begin to straighten the front leg. Pyramid pose. Keep bowing forward a little or a lot. Keep pressing into your feet. Imagine hugging your kneecaps up towards your hips, so you're activating the front muscles on the thighs, the quadriceps. Press your toes into the ground. Now, keeping the legs straight, come up to stand. Now bend the front knee and peel the back heel up off the ground. You're in high lunge. Try to have shoulders over hips rather than tipping forward. Nice and tall. Press back actively through that right leg. So you're stretching the front of the right hip, the hip flexors, bending deeply into the left leg, working that thigh. Keep your breath moving. Try not to hold the breath. Strengthen the legs. Know that not only are you strengthening the muscles in your legs, you're also doing your bones a favor here. Keep breathing. Tip forward. And again, you can keep that right hand on the chair at the back or on the seat for a deeper twist. Left hand to left hip. Turn your torso to the left. And then if you want, lift the top arm towards the ceiling. Stay connected through that front big toe. So don't let your leg roll to the outer blade of the foot, but keep it grounded, knee pointing straight ahead. Back thigh is active, keeping that leg straight. Keep breathing. These held poses are difficult, but very strengthening. And then bring your hand back, press up, step forward, stand tall, Pause for a breath. Now press into your left foot, bend your right knee, bringing your heel up towards your tush. Try to find a 90-degree angle if you can. That's already quite a lot of work for the hamstrings. You can stay here and just work on that, strengthening the back of the leg. If you wish to add on, tip forward. Keep your your arms straight so your chest is lifting forward, and then begin to push back with that back leg. Push it back. You should probably feel now the tush muscles working, the gluteal muscles, as well as the hamstrings. Your low back might be feeling some work too. If it's painful, come up out of it. But if it just feels like you're working and strengthening those muscles, that might be a good thing for you. One more breath. Step forward, stand tall, take a nice deep breath in and out. Now step to the side of your chair. So we did a lot of strengthening for the back of the leg. It might be good to stretch that out now. So hold the side of the chair, press into the foot that's next to the chair, whichever side you're on, and then lift the opposite leg. Hold underneath your knee and extend the foot forward. So your leg probably won't straighten, but you will be able to feel a stretch in the hamstrings, in the back of the leg, if you really push that heel forward. Hold the leg for support. And then let it go. Let's switch sides so that your standing leg is next to the chair for maximum support. Okay, lift, hold underneath the knee, press the foot forward. And let it go. Come back to sit. And then turn your knees to the right. Turn your torso to the left. One hand outside your knee, the other hand to the chair back. Then turn all the way to face the back of the chair. Hold the chair with your hands. Turn to look over the back of the chair. Unwind all of that back to center. Knees to the left, torso to the right. Turn all the way to the back of the chair, hands to the back of the chair, gaze over the back of the chair. And back to center. Hold the chair for support. Pull your belly in. Really hug those front ribs in so that you're really supported through the abdominal muscles. Sit tall. Pick up one leg, draw it up towards your belly, and put it down. Other leg, pick it up, draw it up towards your belly, and put it down. Keep that going. Try not to tip back too much. Stay sitting tall so that your hip flexor muscles are really working to pick the leg up and put it back down. One more time each side. And relax. Good. Give it a little wiggle. Shake it out. Step your feet just a little bit wider than hip distance, maybe about the distance of the chair legs. Hands interlace behind your head. Draw your elbows back, your shoulders back, and again, sit up nice and tall. If you find that you're jutting your front ribs forward, just gently tuck them in. So again, you're supported through the front body. Tip over to the right. Come back up through center, tip over to the left. And come back up to center. So we're going to keep that going. You're working the muscles on the sides of the waist. Move slowly so you can really feel the work that's going on. When you lift back up, you're really working those muscles. When you tip over, you're stretching them. One more time, each side. And over. Keep your hands behind your head, twist to the right. So you really have to use your abdominal muscles, the sideways muscles, to draw your torso over into this twist. Rather than using leverage, come back to center, twist to the left, and back to center. Relax your arms for a moment, take a breath. So it's not about how deep you twist, it's about using the muscles to create the twist. Rather than when we use our hands for leverage, we can twist a little deeper. This time we're using muscular action. So once again, hands behind your head, heart open, shoulders back, elbows back. Take a breath, twist to the right. Inhale, center, twist left. Inhale, center. One more time each side, twist. And center, and twist, and center. Relax your arms. Okay, hands behind your head again. So we're going to combine hip flexors and twisting. So left elbow and right knee towards each other. And put it down. Other side, right elbow, left knee. And put it down. Keep it going. Twisting from side to side. One more time each side. Try to connect. If you can't connect, no worries. Going in that direction does the work. Relax your arms, sit back for a moment, close your eyes, take a breath. Soften where you can. And then once again, sit tall and sit forward. So you may want to scoot forward a bit in the chair. Cross your right ankle up above the left knee. Get heavy down through that right thigh. Feel it getting heavier and heavier towards the ground. Sit tall. And then try tipping forward. Lean forward. Might be just a little. It might be a lot. See what happens. Paying attention to how your hip feels and how your knee feels. If you feel pain in the knee, back out of this. And sit back up. Unwind that leg. Take the other one. Ankle above knee. Sit tall and feel downward pressure through that thigh. You're trying to press the thigh to the earth. And then tip forward if you wish. Again, if you feel pain in the joints, please back out of this. Feeling the stretch in the muscles is fine, but pain in the joints is something that we want to try to avoid. And come on up, unwind it. Extend the right leg out, hold the sides of the chair, tip forward. Now try to keep your spine fairly lengthened. So in other words, not rounding, but instead extending so that your spine stays long and you're tipping right from the hips. That'll help you find a good stretch in the hamstrings in the back of the leg. on up. Switch sides, left leg extends, tip forward. And back up. Draw your feet back towards the midline, sit back in your chair and settle back, relax. Find a position that feels supported and relaxed. Now, if you want, we're going to stay here for a little bit longer meditation today. So if you want, you might put a pillow or a cushion behind your back if it's not comfortable to lean back in your chair. In fact, I'm going to grab one because my chair is not comfortable that way. So a cushion behind your back if you like, so that you're really comfortable and you can relax. Hands on your thighs. Close your eyes. Come back to the noticing of your breath. Be sure that you are leaning back enough that you feel open and expansive through the chest, rather than feeling like you're collapsing forward. I don't want you to feel that the shoulders are hunching or the chest is depressing downward, but instead a nice, open, expansive feeling through the chest. Notice the rise and fall of your belly, of your chest, with the movement of your breath. We're going to take a mental trip around the body, a rotation of consciousness through the different parts of the body. So all that has to happen is that your attention jumps from point to point. You don't have to move anything. In fact, you shouldn't move anything. Just be still and let your mind move from point to point as it is named. So we'll begin on the right side of the body with your attention in the right hand thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, the right toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now shift your attention to the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, fourth. Palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, waist, hip, left thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, the left toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now go to the top of the head. We're going to go down the back of the body, back of the head, back of the neck, the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, the whole spine, the right buttock, the left buttock, back of the right knee, back of the left knee, right calf muscles, left calf muscles, right heel, left heel, top of the right foot, top of the left foot, the right shin, left shin, right kneecap, left kneecap, top of the right thigh, top of the left thigh, the right hip, left hip, the abdomen, the whole abdomen, the chest, the whole chest, right collarbone, left collarbone, the throat, the jaw, chin, lower lip, upper lip, both nostrils, the right eye, left eye, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, top of the head, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole torso, the whole head, the whole body, awareness of the whole body together, the whole body. Visualize your whole body as a whole, seated on your chair, and then notice the meeting points between your body and the support beneath it. So the soles of your feet and the floor, your buttocks and the chair, perhaps part of your thighs and the chair, your back and the back of the chair or pillow. Notice where your body is touching support. And then imagine receiving support, as if you could receive energy from the support underneath you. Draw your attention back to your breath. Notice the inflow. Notice the outflow. Notice which nostril feels more open or dominant. Can you feel the temperature difference? In breath, a little cooler, out breath, a little warmer. And then let all that go. Float your eyes open. Peel your back away from the back of the chair or the pillow. Once again, come back into that auspicious mudra, one palm flat on your chest and the other on top. Take a deep breath. Feel your chest rising into your palms. Release it. Again, maybe a little nod of gratitude to your body for being there to support you. gratitude for this community that we have with each other for this class. It's lovely. And I bow to you and say thank you for a wonderful year of classes. Thanks for sticking with me through this crazy Zoom era. And I hope that at some point in 2021, we will be together in person again. Who knows when that'll be, but fingers crossed. I'll remain hopeful. Let me get us back to gallery view here. So you can unmute yourselves if you wish.
Thank you so much, Tamara. This has
You
meant
are
so
very
much to
welcome.
me. And I hope we can go on Zoom come January.
Yeah, I hope so too. You know, I'm hopeful that we'll be able to continue, you know, at least our Zoom every other week. Let's hope that there's the funding for that.
Mhm.
And you know, maybe at some point later in the year, maybe we'll be back in person. Who knows? We'll see.
That would be
We
wonderful.
hope so. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to
We'll
you.
probably say Happy New Year since we won't see you to the new year.
That's true.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays,
Happy,
everybody.
happy.
Celebrate them in some fashion.
In mind.
Take good care of yourselves. Stay safe. And, you know, wear your mask.
Yeah. Will do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.